So you've binged every How to Train Your Dragon movie and series, and you think you know dragons, huh? Well, grab your helmet and double check your dragon saddle. Today we're ranking the top 20 strongest dragons Berk ever saw. Think your favorite dragon will snag the top spot? Let's find out who really rules the skies. Flying into our countdown at number 20 is the dragon equivalent of a thrift shopper, the Bonenapper. If you've seen Gobber's wild stories in the legend of the Bonenapper dragon, you already know these dragons go nuts hunting for bones to armor up, because their own scales are kinda weak, to be honest. Without that precious bone armor, they're basically silent, but once complete, their thunderous roar shakes everything nearby. Basically, a Bonenapper's like your quiet classmate who snaps one day. Keep it happy, maybe toss it a bone, literally, or risk ending up on its next shopping list. At number 19, we've got Hobgoblers, the chaotic gremlins of the dragon world. Remember that episode from Rescue Riders where a swarm literally ate through a Viking ship in minutes? Yeah, these little troublemakers might look goofy, kinda like dragon-shaped toads, but they'll ruin your day fast. Their saliva's crazy flammable, helping them squeeze into tight spaces for some fiery mischief. Think they're harmless? Think again. One hobgobbler is just annoying. A colony of them? That's an instant headache. A fiery problem and a sinking ship. Literally, all rolled into one. Cute but chaotic, exactly how Gen Z likes it. Coming in at number 18 is the lovable flying boulder, the Grokl. Remember Fishleg's buddy Meatlug? She proves Grokls are more than just chubby, sleepy dragons who'd rather nap than scrap. Sure, they're hilariously round with bumblebee-sized wings, but underestimate their agility at your own risk. Grokls hover, reverse, and fly sideways like hummingbirds, blasting molten lava rocks from their bellies at anyone who interrupts nap time. So next time you're laughing at a Grokl for looking like an armored potato, just remember Meatlug blasting through ships like nobody's business. Lazy? Definitely. Weak? Not even close. Landing at 17 is the walking tank, the Rumblehorn. You probably remember Stoic's trusty dragon Skullcrusher. This beast was all muscle and horns, but it wasn't his size that made him legendary, it was his crazy intelligence. Rumblehorns track targets for miles with unmatched accuracy, and they'll sneak up on you quieter than your ex checking your Instagram stories. They're the dragon equivalent of brains meets brawn, perfectly balancing stealth and raw power. Get on their good side, you've got yourself a guardian for life. Tick one off, and good luck, you'll never even see them coming. At number 16, we've got the hideous Dippleback. Rough Nut and Tough Nuts dragon Barf and Belch showed us exactly why two heads are way better than one. Or maybe way worse, depending on your perspective. One head breathes explosive gas, the other ignites it, creating massive fireballs and tricky traps. Plus, with two brains, they're masters of mischief, constantly scheming and playing mind games. A Dippleback isn't just dangerous, it's unpredictable. One moment they're clowning around, and the next they're turning your battlefield into a literal explosive minefield. So double the heads, double the trouble. Got it memorized? Rolling in at number 15, we've got the Hot Burple, the even sleepier cousin of the Grokl. Picture a dragon who'd rather nap than move, and that's pretty much a Hot Burple. But if you disturb their beauty sleep, well, you might recall that scene in Race to the Edge where one casually chewed through dragon-proof metal cages like candy bars. With jaws stronger than your emotional resilience after watching The Hidden World, Hot Burples even fly while sleeping, lazily knocking enemies aside mid-air. Sure, they're slow-moving potatoes, but never ever underestimate a dragon who eats iron for breakfast. Swooping in at number 14, the Stormcutter is elegance personified. The Cloud Jumper, Valka's dragon companion. If you watched How to Train Your Dragon 2, you remember those four-winged dragons glide effortlessly through storms. Stormcutters boast agility unmatched by most dragons, spinning gracefully through the air and shooting fiery tornado blasts. And their owl-like neck rotations mean sneaking up behind one is impossible. Think of them as the jet fighters of the dragon world. Precise, deadly, and impressively stylish. Basically, Stormcutters could do a TikTok dance mid-flight and still roast their opponents before they even know what's happening. At 13, we have the deadly Natter, aka Astrid's best dragon buddy, Stormfly. They're brightly colored, bird-like dragons with scorching hot flames, capable of melting solid metal faster than your ice cream in July. And when their fire runs out, no worries, they shoot razor-sharp spines like oversized darts. Sure, they've got a tiny blind spot in front of their nose, but with their lightning-fast reflexes, good luck exploiting it. Natters are pretty dragons who will roast you faster than your best friend roasts your outfit choices. Looks cute, plays rough. That's a Natter for you. Sliding in at number 12, the Monsterous Nightmare is the OG scary dragon. The first big bad from movie 1. Remember Hookfang nearly roasting Snotlout alive on a regular basis? Yeah, that's a monstrous nightmare. They ignite themselves in a terrifying cloak of flames, literally embodying their fiery reputation. Their sticky kerosene-like fire sticks around even after they've moved on, like your worst high school memories. Nightmares never retreat without a fight, making them the ultimate dragon bully. Basically, they're the mean kid on the block, except the block is Berk and they're breathing fire. Yikes. Just outside our top 10 at number 11, meet the Death Gripper, the dragons you definitely don't want to mess with, especially if you're a fellow dragon. In the hidden world, these heavily armored brutes were weaponized by Grokl to hunt other dragons, armed with retractable tusks, venomous bites, and stingers packing paralyzing poison. They're basically dragon terminators hunting in coordinated packs, relentless until the mission's complete. Sure, their poison affects them too, making them easy to control, but make no mistake, in combat they're brutal, ruthless, and terrifyingly efficient. If dragons had nightmares, they'd probably look like Death Grippers. Breaking into our number 10 is the Dillion, the ultimate copycat of the dragon world. Remember these guys from Race to the Edge? One look at another dragon's fire blast, and bam, they've copied it perfectly. Dillions have the biggest fire reserve out there, so they can mimic attacks non-stop. Talk about a dragon-sized flex. They even share fire with packmates, making teamwork their greatest weapon. Older Dillions, aka Titan Wings, can even blend into surroundings like a dragon-sized octopus. Basically, they're the Swiss Army knives of dragons. Versatile, unpredictable, and ready for any battle. Sneaking in at number 9, we've got the Changewing, the master of disguise, and nightmare fuel from the episode Gem of a Different Color. These chameleons on wings blend flawlessly into their environment, meaning you'll never see them coming until it's way too late. They're born with acid-spitting abilities, melting objects faster than your mood after your Wi-Fi drops mid-episode, and they've got hypnotic eyes to put you straight into dreamland. Approach their nests, especially their babies, and you're in for a bad acid trip, literally. So yeah, trust issues, but make it a dragon. At number 8, meet the Light Fury, toothless shimmering bae from the hidden world. Slightly smaller, but every bit as deadly, she's the dragon world's ultimate stealth queen. Her explosive plasma blasts are precise, powerful, and stunningly beautiful, and her camouflage skill makes her practically invisible during night flights. Initially shy and cautious, once she's comfortable, she's playful and fiercely loyal. Let's face it, she's the Instagram influencer of dragons. Sleek, stylish, yet fully capable of blasting haters into oblivion. Don't underestimate her gentle looks, she's the definition of beauty that burns. Speaking of legends, at number 7, we've got the OG, the Night Fury himself. Before Hiccup and Toothless changed everything, Vikings called Night Furies the unholy offspring of lightning and death. Dramatic much? But watching Toothless dive bomb ships with pinpoint plasma blasts? Yeah, that makes sense. Mastering stealth, echolocation, and lightning itself, he's basically the Batman of dragons. Fiercely loyal, crazy smart, and ridiculously fast. Toothless set the bar for dragon badassery. If the series taught us anything, it's never underestimate a Night Fury, especially when it's your best friend. Flying into number 6, it's the fiery Singale, the dragon equivalent of a military fighter jet. If you've watched Race to the Edge, you've seen these aggressive dragons fight non-stop, shooting fire from their mouths, tails, and bellies. Yeah, you heard right, 3 directions of fiery doom, making them almost impossible to dodge. Plus, their 360-degree vision makes sneaking up impossible. When one Singale is not enough, they'll summon an entire squadron to rain fire until you're toast. They're relentless, ruthless, and ready for aerial war at any moment. Good luck surviving their airspace. Floating into number 5, it's the Death Song, the siren of dragonkind. First seen in Race to the Edge, this stunning dragon lures others with a hypnotic melody, only to trap them in quick hardening amber. Think Disney princess voice if Disney princesses also kidnapped and fossilized their enemies. Most dragons can't resist the song, and once trapped, only serious firepower can set you free. Its wings are butterfly-level beautiful, its tactics are nightmare fuel, and its control over other dragons makes the Death Song an apex predator disguised as a pop star. Crashing in at number 4 is the Skril, the Thunder Dragon. Seen wreaking havoc in Race to the Edge, Skrills don't just survive storms, they ride lightning bolts like it's a flex. These edgy legends store electricity in their scales, fire it like weapons, and even create shields to block regular dragon fire. If Singales are fighter jets, Skrills are literal lightning strikes with wings. Also, they can freeze themselves inside glaciers to hibernate for centuries. When a Skril locks onto you, forget running, you're already zapped. It's the most catch-me-outside dragon energy we've ever seen. Screaming into third place, literally, is the Screaming Death. The mutant cousin of the Whispering Death, this pale, nightmare-fueled titan tunnels through solid rock like it's Swiss cheese. You probably remember the Defenders of Berk episodes, where it terrorized the entire island, sinking land masses, unleashing machine gun fireballs, and disorienting every living thing with its blood-curdling scream. Born bigger than its own mom, the Screaming Death is aggressively territorial and endlessly hungry. Plus, it commands whispering death swarms like a true underground king. Basically, if it's screeching your way, you're already out of luck. At number 2, we've got the OG final boss from How to Train Your Dragon, the Red Death. This dragon didn't just rule its lair, it enslaved every other dragon around it, forcing them to hunt or be hunted themselves. With magma-proof scales, colossal size, vacuum-like breath attacks, and 6 unforgiving eyes, the Red Death almost wiped Berk off the map in one afternoon. Even Toothless and Hiccup needed a last-second miracle to take her down. Size, strength, and sheer intimidation. If you ever thought big dragon equals slow, Red Death was here to say, think again. And taking the throne at number 1, the Bewilderbeast, as seen in the Hidden World and Dragon's Race to the Edge. These giant sea-dwelling titans aren't just dragon kings, they're dragon gods. They build icy lairs, control entire flocks with psychic alpha calls, and can literally create new homes for other dragons. Their tusks are weapons, their breath freezes enemies solid, and their willpower alone bends hundreds of dragons to their cause. While Toothless showed that any dragon could become an alpha, the Bewilderbeast was born for it. Simply put, if dragons had religions, the Bewilderbeast would be their god. And there you have it, the top 20 dragons that made the skies, the seas, and the series unforgettable. From prankster Hobgoblers to god-tier Bewilderbeasts, each one left a fiery mark on Berk's world. Which dragon's your ultimate ride or die? Let's hear it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite animated legends. Until next time, keep your head down, and your dragons close.